2026 is here, and in this specific tutorial, I'm gonna teach you exactly how you're supposed to trade live with me every single day in the BLW Signals group. I wanna start this year with a full tutorial as to how to follow my trades so that you can use it for the entire year, because this is the exact same way I trade every single day, Monday to Friday for all 2025, and the way I'm gonna continue because it's the way it works. Make sure that you save this video to watch it later on in case you have questions, something is not clear, you're not getting like good results. It's probably because you're missing something from this video. So save it and let's go ahead and begin. Hey everyone, Christian here on YouTube. Welcome to a brand new video for the channel. Today, I'm gonna give you a full tutorial about how to trade live with me, step by step. So that's what we're gonna do today. If you're new to my channel and you're into Forex, crypto, or any type of making money online, this channel is for you. Hit that subscribe button below. Let's begin. All right, so the first thing is where I trade live. For those of you who don't know, which probably are very new, I trade every single day in the BLW Signals group, which is a private Telegram channel. The way you get access to it, you go to blwsignalsgroup.com. I do have a link in the description of this video. And so you go to this website, you choose whatever is it that you want to, choose what plan, because we got 3 plans. We got the monthly, the 6-month, and the yearly plan. It's really up to you. Once you actually get access to it, you're gonna get access to this group right here that you see is a Telegram group where I actually send my setups and send my signals every single day. Right here, I actually put the I don't even remember where's my first message. I don't know. But the thing is that here's the signal, and then here's pretty much like the results and so on. So this is exactly where I send my trades. Like I said, I'm gonna explain exactly to you right now how to use it. But if by any chance you wanna use it and you wanna get a 30% off, you can go ahead and use the promo code money and all caps money at the checkout. You got a 30% off on the first payment. So yeah, absolutely there's my invitation. Go to blwsignalsgroup.com. And before I start with the tutorial, in case you are still wondering what platform you're supposed to use to trade, or you're wondering and you don't have that much money to invest, then definitely go with a funded account, which is a prop firm, allows you to trade with bigger accounts. And let's say, I don't know, you have only like $200 to invest, then what you can do is that you can buy an actual funded account. Let's say $50,000 is $139, super cheap. $25,000 is $104. Right now with this discount that they're offering right here, I'm gonna have the link to it in the description of this video. The best prompt firm by far is Prime, and like I said, this is only if you don't have that much money to invest. If you have, let's say, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, then I mean you can trade with that, or you can purchase a big account for like $1,000 and you get $200,000 in your account. Once you're able to make some profits, then you're gonna be able to withdraw up to 95% of that specific money. Absolutely the most trusted and best company for funded accounts right now is Prime. I'm gonna have the link to it in the description of this video. All right, so I want to start with my strategy, and you probably already know this because I have like made more videos in regards to this specific strategy for a long time, which is a support and resistance breakout strategy. It's actually quite simple. It's just a strategy where I find this is basically at the time that the New York market opens every single day. It's 8:25. I start streaming Central Standard Time. When daylight savings comes in, it's gonna be 1 hour earlier. But basically the way I trade is that I actually tend to find these support and resistance levels, and then I say, okay, so the breakout is the one that is going to determine what's going to be the direction of the trade. Like for instance right here, always go 5 to 1. It could break going down, or it could break going up, like literally right here. So the way it works is they actually send the signals right like this, and this is my strategy. What's going to happen next? I'm not even sure what happened that day. As you can see, it kind of activated the first one, and then it hit almost a 1 to 1, probably was a 2 to 1, and so on. And then boom, it dropped and it activated this trade. This is the exact same way I've been trading for the past year and 3 months or something like that. I'm not even 100% sure. And US 30 and NASDAQ Okay, so like I said, this is my breakout strategy. I do have some videos where I actually explain the strategy in more details. I'm gonna try to put it somewhere in the cards in the corner so you can check out the video. But once you actually have like a basic understanding of the strategy, then you understand exactly what I do. Because look, what I do in the signals group is that I actually share like the entries. Take a look. I actually share these entries and I go like, okay, this is the US 30 buy, US 30 sell. As you can see, we did a 5-to-1. This was on December 30th, like one day before New Year's, and we reached a 5-to-1. This was, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, US 30. This US 30. Yeah, there you go. Here it is. Take a look. There was on Tuesday, December 30th. We reached a 5-to-1 in less than 15 minutes. So once you get the basic of the strategy, then it's like really simple for you to follow along with the sessions. Okay, so this is the first thing, super important. Now, the way I actually send my trades is I actually send like this. I send US 30 and I send both of the options, buy stop and sell stop. The buy stop, I send the entry price, I send the stop loss, and I send the take profit. For instance, if this is a buy stop position, I will go and copy this price right here and I will enter, I'm gonna try to put it just right here, random. It was a sell, random, because the price is literally right here. So I would put right here the buy, and here you just need to copy and paste. This is the entry point, this is the stop loss, and this is the take profit. As you can see, once you actually do that, you're gonna have access to the exact same setup that I sent, literally right here. Now the sell, you're gonna enter the sell drawing, right? This is trading view, and again you're gonna copy and paste. This is the entry point or the entry price, this is the stop loss, and this is the take profit. And just like that, as you can see, you have the exact same setup that I had right here. It's right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. As simple as that. This is the way the way I send my signal setups, and all you have to do is do the exact same thing for every time I actually send a trade, because I send US 30 and then I send NASDAQ. You do the exact same thing right there on both of the pairs. This is exactly what happens after I send my setups. I usually send my setups around 8:20, 8:15 Central Standard Time, and then New York market opens at 8:30. So I do give like 10 minutes for you to actually prepare your setups. And then after I do that, I actually send, oh, I didn't stream the last week. All right, the previous week, where is it that I'm at? These are testimonials. There you go. So I send the signals right here, the setups, the screenshots, and so on. Then I actually send a Zoom link. That Zoom link is pretty much so that you can see my screen while I'm trading as well. Okay. That way, yeah, you do have the setups in your computer, but you also have access to see exactly how I'm trading. Now, this is super important. If you can join those live streams, do it, because sometimes I change the entries and exits once I'm in the live stream already. Why? Because sometimes I see different stuff happening in the market, in the assets, and so on. And what I want is that you have as like the signal as accurate as possible. And so I tend to change certain things, not all the time, but sometimes I do. And only the people who are inside of the group are able to actually see like the changes. If you are in your office or if you're working and you can't really be on the webinar, don't do it. Just follow the signals. Still, they're pretty good. I'm going to give you some tips about when to open and close trades and so on in a little bit. But if you're able to join, make sure that you actually join the live webinars, because it's actually a game changer. There, I actually sometimes tell you when I'm closing my own positions so that you can close them yourself as well. So super important. You have both of the options, the signal setups, and you also have the live webinars. Now, when is it that you're supposed to open your positions? And look, this is like extremely important. The reason why is because whenever I send my signals like this, sometimes the trades could activate before market opens and so on. And one of the things that I do myself is I enter with a market order position. There are pending orders and there are market orders. I always enter a market order. This is the broker that I mostly use, especially when I'm trading live, because the other account is connected to the BLW Auto Trader. So I'm gonna use this as an example. This is liquid charts, and so the way I trade is that I have these breakouts. Especially as you see right here, I have these breakouts, this support resistance, and then when I see the breakout happening, then I enter the position. But you could also just draw the levels, and because sometimes there's like a price difference from the broker to the trading view platform, and it's completely like normal. It's not something weird. If the entry price right here, it says 437, then probably on, I don't know, Match Trader is going to be 420, and it's going to be a huge gap between them, and you're going to end up losing the trades or not even getting activated. My biggest recommendation is when to open the trades is draw the exact same setups, because I send the picture, right? So I send the picture right here, and all you have to do is pretty much like draw the same levels, support and resistance levels, and then you can go ahead and see where I saw the entry, and then you can enter the trade yourself, or you can just leave the pending order, which is the easiest yet the least experienced way of trading, right? And as you can see right here, we got a 5-to-1. A pending order would have been a cool winner. In market order, probably where we're in disadvantage because it moved too fast, but still I was able to catch it. But you're supposed to open your trades only and only after market opens, or I would say within the last minute, like 8:29, you might be able to open a position, but I wouldn't just enter after the market has opened. As simple as that. Why? Because that way you're in the volume trade, okay? So this activated exactly a new market open, and it went really good. I would recommend you to actually open a trade only when New York market opens. And the last question is like when to close the trades. Look, if you don't understand the consistency rule, it's actually quite simple. Funded accounts have this, including Ola Prime. And consistency rule pretty much is that if you are able to make, let's say, $1,000 a day, they want you to make around $1,000 every single day. If one day you make 10,000, the other day you make 300, the other day you make 500, the other day you make 1,000, the other day 300, and then again 10,000. Those $10,000 days are not consistent. That means that you were lucky that day. That's pretty much what it looks like, right? And so what you need to do is to actually have like an average win, especially with funded accounts. So if you have a funded account, you have a consistency rule, I would say 1-to-1 or 2-to-1, you're good to go. Once it reaches a 1-to-1 or a 2-to-1, just close it. You're good. If you are in your own broker, my biggest recommendation is if you have the skill or the willingness to do trailing stop, always go. Once it gets to 1-to-1, move the stop loss to break even. Once it gets to 2-to-1, move the stop loss to 1-to-1. Once it gets to 3-to-1, and so on. However, sometimes we get we tend to get emotional because we want to close the trades. We're looking at good profits. So if you're like that and you just want to book some profits, grow the account. Once your account is big enough, then you can go ahead and start risking more, or looking for bigger targets. Then I would recommend you 2-to-1 or 3-to-1. Once it reaches a 2-to-1, close it. Or if you're still willing a little bit more, once it gets a 3-to-1, close it. Every single day. Every day we hit 1-to-1 at least in one of the pairs. At least. Most of the times you're gonna get 2-to-1s and 3-to-1s. So just stay in there and you're going to be good to go. If you're part of the streaming, sometimes I tell you, okay, I'm closing right now everything at 3-to-1. I'm happy with my profits and that's it. So it's really up to you, but these are my recommendations. Consistency rule, 1 or 2-to-1 is good. And if it's a real account, 2 to 3-to-1 is perfect. If you have a big account and you're okay going for a 5-to-1, then go for a 5-to-1. Close half of your trades at 3-to-1 and then let the rest run and so on. Again, if you're part of the live streams, you're probably gonna have a way easier time figuring this out. And last but not least, how much should you risk? This is pretty basic. I always recommend you to risk no more than 1% if you're in a funded account and no more than 5% if you are in an actual account. Especially if you're very new. If you have a real account, let's say for $1,000, then it would be like $50 per trade. If you're an account with $500, it would be $25 per trade and so on. And if you're a funded account, no more than 1% per trade. I would even lower it to 0.5 to be safe. It's really up to you, but no more than 1% per day. and you'll be good to go. Hey, so hopefully you enjoyed the content of this video, and if you did, go ahead and smash the like button to support this YouTube channel. And more importantly, if you have any questions, comments to share, you can always use the comment section below. I'll be glad to answer those comments as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.